Hello there, thanks a lot for coming by PosterCentral.com's video blog today. I'm Pete Howard, and you know, it's always fun to have a so-called rookie concert poster for any Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member. You know, the before they were famous category, a special favorite of mine. But I'll tell you, rarely has a future legend been so humbled as a rookie as Bo Diddley was on this 1955 concert window card printed by Hatch Showprint out of Nashville, Tennessee. Not only is Bo bottom billed to a musician who never charted anything, Tommy Ridgely, but he's ignominiously misspelled to boot. Take a look at that. Oh man. So I've blogged a lot of Hatch Showprint's vintage, simple concert posters before. A couple of examples that come to mind: Carl Perkins, Roy Orbison, and they were done on the cheap with no photos usually of the artists, and that's fine. It served a need. A lot of promoters just really wanted to keep that budget way down. That's fine. But this was not only not Hatch's finest hour, this might be, just about their worst hour. Because, why do you say? Well, that's because the headliner, Tommy Ridgely, is also misspelled. Oh my God. Pretty much an unforgivable double mistake. But the poster, it has its charm, and ultimately it's still a lot of fun, so let's go ahead and get on with it. Up there at the top, I'll get it in a little bit closer for you, big dance at the Club Revealote, but no clues as to what city or state. Hatch largely served the Southeast and the Midwest. Pretty simple up there, one night only, Wednesday, August 10th, which calendars out unquestionably to 1955, but we sort of know that from the Bo content down at the bottom anyway. So this was a tour blank with, everything above that line just punched in from show to show, and everything below that line being permanent and traveling with the tour. Now, usually when I have another example, I save it for the end of the video, but I'm going to back up this point right away and show you something really fun. I have right here an unused blank from Hatch's files, and look at this thing, right? Wow, just amazing. This is a rare opportunity to show you something like this. Not only is this an unused blank, but a different color scheme. That's right, just simple blue on yellow. And believe me, every single last little character below the line is absolutely identical to the poster I'm showing you with the venue information. So, same print run, just different color scheme dropped in there. So really fun to be able to show you that one. Speaking of color schemes, obviously for this one, Hatch chose to use the split fountain technique where you have yellow fading into blue and the red printing throughout on top of that. So, well, I've gotten as far as I can get without pointing it out. Here it is, the gigantic goof, Tommy Ridgely. Well, he should be spelled just like the ridge on a hill or something, but there's a couple of big letters reversed. So, Tommy, a New Orleans rhythm and blues singer, and as I said, didn't chart anything. But you add in Bo Diddley, missing a D, and it was just a tough day for that Hatch typesetter, I'll tell you. So under Ridgely and his orchestra there, you do have Atlantic recording star, although he never charted anything and quickly moved on to other record labels. And there's 3 songs listed for Ridgely there. 2 of them were simply his first 2 Atlantic singles, the A-sides. But I couldn't find any trace of the song in between, I'm Looped. So I was thinking, maybe that was Hatch's typesetter describing the condition he was in. Sorry about that, but I mean, right? You can't find any trace of the song. He had no albums out or anything, so, maybe the guys were partying too hard at Hatch and decided to throw that in and see who, noticed. Never mind 60 years later or whatever. Okay, so enough of the silliness. Let's get to the man of the hour there, Bo Diddley. Wow, of course it says plus Bo Diddley. Missing that one letter. He's a 3D guy, you could say, a three-dimensional artist, but only 2 are given. And then the very key, I'm a Man song. And what's really fun is that, Bo's very first single on Chess Checker Records, he was specifically on Checker, was his biggest hit ever, and a 2-sided #1 R&B smash, and both the A-side and the B-side are on this poster. So maybe if you don't know, you're really scratching your head. Have you figured it out? Well, that's right, the A-side of Bo Diddley's #1 hit was called Bo Diddley, of course. And I'm a Man was the B-side, and both are absolute Stone classics. So as flawed as this poster is, it's killer to have, you know, Bo Diddley with his A and B side of his biggest and only #1 R&B hit, Super Legends, heavily influenced the Rolling Stones and everybody else. So that's what I meant. The posters, it is a lot of fun, and even though it's mistake-ridden, it's really, you know, it's a lot of fun to take a look at. So, but, you know, I give him a hard time, I admit, and I've said this before, this poster was designed and typeset and printed to have a shelf life of like 6 weeks or something, and then be thrown away forever. They had no idea that over half a century later we'd be picking them apart, talking about them, and sometimes even hanging them in museums. But that, you know, Tommy Ridgely just as easily have become the legend. They didn't know back then, you know, and Tommy had a lot more records out. So it's just fun, so fun to take a look at these directly out of the old files of Hat's show print. Thanks a lot for dropping by today. Great fun, and we'll see you again for something soon. Bye-bye.